You will not value what you have until you lose it. If you are eyeing what you don't have, what guarantee do you have that what you don't have will be better than what you have, when what you don't have has not passed through the test of time of you having it? You will not know how safer you are as a content in the frying pan until you jump into the fire. No matter how much the frying pan boils, it will only make you a product, but the fire can only destroy you. There is a difference between owning something and having something. Only what you own will be there for you, even when what you have is gone. You can have a lover, but you can only own a spouse. If you are a cheating spouse, you are nothing but a refugee in your own house that is supposed to be your place of refuge. Do not destroy your personality on the altar of infidelity. You are a male by gender. You are a man by responsibility, but you are a husband by loving your home. Likewise, you are a female by gender. You are a woman by having a womb, but you are a wife by building your home. While a wise woman builds her home, a responsible man sponsors the building. The prosperity of your home is tied to your making your home your priority. The day you start finding pleasure outside of your spouse is the day you start killing the treasure you are made up of. Are you a single lady? Close up, else you will be used like a toothbrush that is being abandoned in 3 months' time because it is of no more value. Are you a single gentleman? Zip up. Hence, you will become like a skillful, promising footballer that sustains an injury that will end his career. Ayaya, 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 ayaya. You must follow the right attitude and not the multitude if you must get to your altitude. The pigeon flies together but can never get to the altitude of the eagle that flies alone. Your dreams must be built on the strength of the right attitude and not on the strength of the multitude. Hence, it can cause you distraction and disappointment. The multitude can distract you from soaring high, and the multitude can disappoint you when you depend on their strength to fly. When the multitude abandons you in the middle of the journey to your dreams, it can only take the strength of your right attitude for you to bounce back. The race to destiny is not by the pace of your strength, but by the strength of God's grace. So you must run with patience and conscience if you must not miss track. When you wait, it does not mean you will arrive late, for it is needless to rush and crush, or to be in haste and end up a waste. For it is better to be slow and sure than to be fast and fall. Life is like the eyes of the needle. You must be focused if you must pass through it, and you must be visionary so you don't enjoy your dreams. It is not about how fast you run, but how far you go. It is not about how slow you run, but how sure you are. Ayaya, 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 ayaya. Peace is not in your satisfaction, but in your salvation. When you make your satisfaction your peace, it can frustrate you into pieces when life cannot find satisfaction. But when you make your salvation your peace, even when life is in pieces, the joy of the Lord will remain your strength, and you can always draw peace from your strength. You don't need to go miles to find smiles. Happiness lives in you. Your condition does not determine your happiness, but your salvation does. Your condition can only influence your happiness when your salvation permits it. For the therapy to your happiness is the joy of your salvation. The road to happiness is broad. Challenges can always overtake peace of mind, but you are the driver and own the steering of your peace of mind. If your goal is your happiness, then you must not focus on challenge. Ayaya, 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 ayaya. In a lost generation, where men of God are looking up to the crowd to satisfy their pockets, Christians are looking up to the church to solve their problems, and Christ, the author and finisher, is missing in the equation. The church will only give birth to an unbalanced product. For when Christ is missing in the equation, life can never be balanced. When you look up to man, your solution can be maneuvered. But only when you look up to Christ, you can have victory over crisis. But on Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession. On Mount Zion is the church. Shall be deliverance is the deliverance ministry. Shall be holiness is the holiness ministry. Shall possess their possession is the prosperity ministry. In our today's lost generation, we have 45% deliverance ministries, 50% prosperity ministries, and just only 5% holiness ministries. It is better for your preaching and prophecy to lead the people into sober reflection of their souls than for them to shout fire on and they are fired into hellfire. You can have the gift of prophecy, you can have the gift of preaching, but you can never have the gift of sanctification. You only work out your sanctification through abstaining from sin and obeying God's command. God's command is not to punish you, but to polish you, to make you from a commoner to a commando. If the benefit of righteousness will not move you to live right, the danger of not living right should move you to know that you are a stranger on earth. Death is the consequence for sin, and hellfire is the reward for sinners. Every soul is a king to his or her destiny, but when sin creeps in, it sinks that destiny. God did not save you again for you to live in sin again. Hence, you are not born again. To live is Christ, and to die is gain. What cannot expire your godliness will only expand you for greatness. But sin is the sinker of destiny. Come to Jesus now and be saved.
Inspirational motivational videos.